Thank you everybody for coming tonight. We've got a exhibition night. I believe we have 60 something images. 60 images. So that's a good turnout for exhibition night, especially on the 4th of July week where we a lot of times tend to have fewer people in attendance in that. But looks like we've got several people that are online also. So thank you for those that are coming in on Zoom. So given that we have 60 images, we will want to make sure that whenever your image comes up, you're welcome to go ahead and talk a little bit about it, a little bit about the story behind it. If there was anything special that you did as far as processing, we'll also open it up to the audience to just give some commentary. Again, we don't judge these. There's no scoring in that with the exhibition nights, but still a great learning opportunity. But given that we have 60 images, we want to make sure that we don't spend too much time on any specific images and that. So if you can keep your comments to less than a minute as you describe it, that will keep things moving along and get us out of here on time.
Okay. The first picture here is Barn Swallow Pear. It's Tony Lazzari.
That's good. I did a great action shot. I mean, the two of them interacting with each other.
It's hard to tell on the screen if the feathers on the bottom are blending in with the background or not. Because I know the screen is usually too bright, so.
And on my screen, the branches is soft.
So it's like the high heat treatment now as far as the processing, but
That could be. This one's called Barn Swallow Perched. It's Tony's again. Really nice.
Very clear.
I like the colors on it.
Yeah.
Those, but the color on that's really nice.
He'd probably be, he had to be very patient to wait for that. I think they never sit still.
Yeah, they don't sit still.
Wow. This was called BB Profile. It's Tony's again.
Interesting how the trees kind of frame them,
I was
the
gonna-
natural framing.
The framing's really nice.
So I'm not sure if people know, but Tony recently took a position with the Denver Zoo as a volunteer photographer.
Oh, wow.
So he's doing a lot of animal stuff, so just to kind of let you guys know.
Okay, this one's called Coming In for a Landing. This is Rogers.
That's in Port Royal, South Carolina. There's a workery there that's actually right part of town, which is perfect time or perfect place for a lot of those. It's a small island with then a little bit of water that's fairly shallow. So then other mammals can't get to the island. Plus there's alligators in the water. So that it's and then there's lots of trees on this island so that the birds like to have their babies there. And you'll see some other pictures of babies coming up.
Are there any other birds in the trees are here, or is this just?
Not in that particular picture, that's just one coming in. But there were lots of birds all over everywhere.
I was gonna say, you probably don't need as much tree on the right, but I can see how you're like trying to balance like your negative space in there at the same time.
Yeah, that was the question in terms of, all right, how much do I cut it? But then that puts the bird centered in the picture.
Sure, yeah.
But you can still crop it up a little bit to where that tree makes like a frame for that bird. Or just the edges would line your.
Just the edges of it.
Yeah.
And you can still get, even with trimming some of that off, the bird doesn't necessarily have to go in all the way into the center, but it still could be like in that thirds.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, just remove some of that bottom,
Right.
bottom right-hand corner there.
That's great
Yeah,
great
that's
position where he's like coming in like that.
amazing bird.
And then
too.
even the feet are, they're not having any tangency, they're not touching, it's really nice.
Was that a wood stork?
Yeah.
Yes.
They've got these bird people even know all their names and everything.
This was called Crossing to Light. This is Ray's.
Yeah, I was trying to do some street photography again. And I was trying to capture the different light, going from the dark to the light with a rule of odds.
Yeah, I like how you got them inside the light there, Ray. That's really good. And then the lights overhead and kind of lead you down the road there and I'm trying to decide whether that building on the very, very far left, whether it's, if you should cut it off at the black or
Maybe just a little bit.
Yeah,
then it would balance, black and black on both sides. Because then you come down from the lights,
Oh, I see, yeah.
yeah. But yeah, that's great.
You've got good tonal contrast in here, your blacks
Yeah.
and whites.
yeah, even the shade you can see.
And then the way you've done it is lots of textures in there too. It's really cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, I used a trick Darren told me. He said to push up the colours before I'd made it black and white.
Yeah, very nice.
Okay. This one's called Don't Bother Me. Bruce Ryman.
So you get to see my one India picture, that's it. So this was the tiger that came down and sat at this watering hole for 15-20 minutes. We were like loving it.
So you went to the zoo in India too?
Yeah. So just looking for some suggestions, I think as I look at it now, I can see that I probably should clean up the water.
How low are you? That looks like you should come over and attack it.
We were at a
Eye
cheek,
level.
and pretty much eye level, because he was kind of up. We were on a road, but he was a little up. He was 45 feet away. I don't know.
I don't even know if he's that far.
She, I should say.
Yeah.
She posed for us for a long time.
Yeah, it's great that you would be able to get the entire reflection without.
Right.
That was impressive.
And with the mouth open like that, that's good. Like you said, maybe just take a few of those leaves out.
Yeah. We were there long enough. I shot almost 3,000 images. Wow. This time.
Yeah.
The only thing I would do on it was maybe make the saturation just a little bit more,
Okay.
because they have such a beautiful cover.
Right.
And then I would also experiment, like in the water, seeing the reflection of the rocks behind there. I would experiment of how bright I would want those.
Tone those down.
No, like on the left side of
The
it.
left side rocks,
Just the rocks, all that white in there.
dark.
You might want to just, I don't know what the correct level of, but you don't want it to draw away from
Yeah, I
the
see it
striping of the,
You might try warming it up just a little too. I would anyway.
there's not too many. I wish I would have taken that. That's a great photo, man.
That's
That's fantastic.
Especially the mouth like that. Look at that. Amazing.
Wow, what big teeth you have.
Echoes are fine. Shashi?
This picture I have taken in Taos. And I went to Pueblo and I just love it, the way the lantern and the winery, it just attracted me very much.
What's the background?
It's just their mud walls.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's
Okay. So it's got the texture.
Yeah, it's the texture of the wall. And I just, black and white, try to put what Ray was saying, that first I arrange all the colors, more magenta and all, then, yeah.
You might try like taking the lantern and making that, masking that
Mhm.
and then masking I'd make everything darker behind the lantern so it stands out more, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because it seems like it's not enough contrast to, it's hard to see the lantern in the.
It's blending in.
Yeah,
And then the lantern has great texture in it, also
Yeah,
shapes and textures and so forth. So, yeah, if you could like darken everything outside of the lantern, then the lantern would really pop off, not blend in with just the tonal rate.
So darken the background, the wall,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, two options, you could do a mask where you mask the lantern and then darken the background, or put a
Radio filters.
mask,
Radial grain.
radiant, and then just lighten the lantern and darken everything else around it.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Maybe, how about like that stick that's kind of coming over on the right? Would you take that out or leave that in?
Yeah.
Mm.
Emerald Ascent. This is Kathy Ellen Shin.
Hi, we were fortunate enough to go to Ecuador and the Galapagos in May. And we went to, this was one of the bird places that we went to in the Andes. And this is a violet, sparkling violet ear, but the bird is virtually all beautiful emerald green, then with these violet, under the head and the chest, and you can see it in the wings. I masked the bird, and then I tried to tone down the background a little bit, but I'm wondering if I toned down the background enough.
Well, for one, I'd get rid of this branch that's going
The
through
one
here,
branch, yeah, that.
the background branch.
Okay,
And then this bright spot right here, I would tone that one down, and this one right here, just
Okay.
above.
thank you.
The one, yeah, just the ones that are on the edge where it kind of leads out of the scene. You can maybe, the branch that's on the below, it, maybe darken some of the hot spots that are in there, just,
Right in here, you're talking about?
Okay,
that part
Okay.
right there. It's a little bit brighter than some of the, but gorgeous bird, nice and sharp focus in that. I love the colors on that.
Gorgeous.
And nice with the depth of field that background really falls off nicely.
Yeah.
The colors of these birds there are just incredible. If you love birds, I would suggest you go to Ecuador.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
Thank
is-
you.
You might add a vignette too, just a little bit to darken the corners.
Okay, thank you.
That's what I was suggesting, you got those white spots on the corners, on the edges, that vignette will take care of those light
Okay.
spots.
And what Purina was talking earlier about on that vignetting, one of the ways to do that is if you do the radial gradient and then invert it, and then you have a little bit of control over, darkening and what it's going to happen by inverting that. You do a radial gradient around the bird, maybe a little bit outside of that, and then invert that, and then take the exposure or highlights, shadow or sliders down, and it creates a vignette that's a little bit more unique than just in Lightroom using the vignettes. Yeah, feather. There you go. Right.
Okay, I need to call you anyway, Michael, about something else. We'll chat.
Thank you. Got it.
Thank you.
This is called the Farrah Fawcett look. This is my picture. It was taken to the wild horses up there in Wyoming.
So when you say wild horses, and I'm just asking to understand because I don't know, do these horses not belong to a ranch?
Correct.
They're just out there wild roaming?
Mhm.
Is there an area you go to or you just?
You can go to the area, it's open area to go into.
So these are like,
And it's, I think it's government land, Bill has it, yeah. Pardon
You
me?
don't have to pay?
No.
you gotta find them.
Yeah, yeah, you drive around a lot.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of.
No, there's not a lot. The herd is way down from what it was apparently. At one point in
I didn't even
time.
know there was such a thing. I thought all land.
No, there's some in Colorado.
There's some.
By Craig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By Grand Junction, there's one too,
Yeah.
right off by Tibet.
Wood cliffs, but you have to look for.
Yeah, but I
You
get.
have horses, you have wild donkeys, there's all kinds of stuff out there.
And you notice on it, it's got a little curliness on it. It's called a curly. Oh, there's different horses that are curly. There's some of them that are curly all over. But it's a breed, it's called curly horses, but anyway.
I like the contrast.
True, yeah.
The color of the horse with the muted colors of the background.
Looks like you muted the saturation in the background.
Mhm.
Really adds to the depth.
That's lovely, Jane.
Thank you.
That's not too bad.
Did you use the unsucked filter on this?
I heard they're sold out.
I've been trying to get one for a while.
I ran out of credits using that.
All right, this one's called Gentle Hands, Patrick.
Holy cow.
Oh, that's.
Oh,
wow.
Well, that was taken at, Edo Monkey Park. In Japan. And, this is really when I just first started, but, it's a short period of time, you can take a lot of pictures of monkeys because they're everywhere.
When was this?
This was just a couple of years ago.
Oh, okay.
And, I don't know, the reason why I like this one, it was, a lot of times you would see the older ones grooming the younger ones, but this was reversed. And, just the little one just seemed to be so meticulous about the way that it was, trying to groom mom, I guess. And, I don't know, I liked it. That's how
Yeah.
Nice.
I would darken this back here, these rocks back here a little bit.
Okay.
Because of it blending kind of with the colors here, was thinking that along with this corner here a little bit.
Okay.
And maybe probably crop this up, because this really doesn't add anything to the, I mean, you get, if you see the rocks here, you get the environment, if you will.
Yeah, you can really play with the crop. I mean, you could even try a square crop even.
Yeah.
I mean, you could really just go crazy and see what's the best iteration. I mean, I like this one, but like there's probably 5 or 6 ways you could frame it different.
And the crop, if you crop a little bit off of that left, then you'd also take out that, there's that, or you could just take it out altogether, but there's a little bit of a white reflection over on that close to the edge over there. You could either just remove that, or if you crop it, you don't have to do anything. Yeah, that one right there.
Yeah,
What I like sometimes too, when you have a subject like that is when you put a vignette, because then it kind of like points it to the subject. It's dark on the edges and it's bright in the middle.
yeah, for me, it's like an interaction picture. So the background to me doesn't, I mean, it's nice to have those rocks in the pool, but it's all about that interaction. So cropping in closer and whatever, making them bigger is in one way or another would be the way to go for my taste.
Thank you.
That's great. Nice and sharp though.
Yeah, it's
It's just touching. Golden Creek Cascade 2012, Darren?
So this is up in the Mount Hood National Forest. I just put some old images in just so that you guys could see some of my older landscapes. This is the kind of stuff we would shoot up and around Mount Hood and the Columbia River Gorge, and it's raining this day, had a neutral density filter on, probably got a long exposure, smooth out the water, and just has some nice light coming through the trees.
Wow, Darren.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Colors.
Lovely
Just-
colors and mood.
Yeah, it's kind of like there's leading lines at the waterfall, and then there's leading lines to the trees. I don't know if it's dual leading line into the waterfall, or you just keep discovering things behind it. I don't know. It's just really fantastic.
Yeah, some of the scenes they're too complicated, but if you can find, like, what I liked about this was that you take several shots at different shutter speeds to try to get that lower left water, that white coming down as far as you can, to try to lead the eye up to the main waterfall and then into the trees. I mean, I probably shot this, I don't know, 2 hours, 3 hours just in this one location. Mostly just enjoying it, but still with my camera out and stuff. But yeah.
It was worth it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I also just like the way, like some of the green on the rocks in the moss or whatever, so just the way that the light and shadow on those parts of it are really nice. So, yeah.
Yeah, that light is perfect. You just draws your light back to that tree line back there.
Do you think some of the blacks are a little too dark? Like right in here, or would some of that be better to come out a little bit, or?
I don't know. This is from 2012. I have nothing's gonna happen with this image.
Gotcha.
Nothing's gonna happen with any of the images that you see tonight. These are as they are.
Yeah, gotcha.
They're so old.
He wants us to make us feel good. He's just showing us his throwaways.
Oh, no, believe me, these have been sold one back in the day and stuff like that. I mean, I've used them, but they've had their time, and if I took the same image this year in the same area, the image quality would just be so much better. You know,
Yeah.
this was probably taken with either a Nikon D300 or a Canon 5D Mark II, and the image quality compared to what we shoot now is huge difference.
All right, this one's called Graduation. This is Karina's.
And I'm looking for any input from your portrait people.
I like that. Camera flash on there somewhere.
Yes.
On the deal to, bring out the subject, but, yeah, that looks good on my screen. Just like one single one, probably up fairly
Yeah,
close to them. Is that
once
like
you-
up there? Yeah.
If, I'm not a portrait person, but somebody once told me this, that you really want to pay attention to the background. So like, it looks like that blue spot that's on my right side of his face is competing with his face. Like, so I would have tried to position so that it was more green back there than the light blue.
Move them out of the light.
Yeah. I don't know, that's just,
Good exposure though.
yeah.
I was just concerned too about that tree coming out of his head.
You know, but it's far enough back and it's blurred enough that it's not, that's always a concern, obviously, if you do have like a stick that's still in focus or whatever that's coming up, but with it being that far back, I don't think it's not distracting to me.
You know, I don't, like I said, it's hard to tell what the colors on this screen really are.
Yeah.
But he looks a little cold or whatever, you know, it looks like you should just warm him up a
It's a little
little
warmer
bit.
on my screen here.
Yeah, but
The
like,
skin
yeah,
tone-
so,
The skin tone is a little bit different here.
probably don't need as much headroom as is up there, but,
To bring it down a little bit on the top.
I would bring a tinge down, yeah. I mean, I see what you're doing, you're trying to match the top to the sides, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's really necessary, to tell you the truth.
Well, it takes away some of that concern of this tree then too. Cutting off a little of that up there.
You might, if you brought it back down to where the darkness of the tree is, you might not realize it is a tree as much, or it might just seem like leaves back there or something. But when it goes from that dark spot up to the green, then you definitely know it's like a trunk or whatever, something.
Put it up a little right there, you're thinking.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Or you could even close some of that green around too.
Sure.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Good smile.
Yeah. This one's called Grand Openings. Amy?
I took this at the Roncula Festival at a flower farm, and it's right outside of Colorado Springs, and this was in a greenhouse, so the lighting was helpful, but just wanting feedback.
I like how the background is really soft like that.
And how nice and striking, and it really makes, especially that, the flower that I think is the main subject, the one that's on that left, really pops out against that. It's nice. And the color balance of that pinks with those greens, this really works well in this.
The color is so beautiful with the pink and pink orange and this very open ranunculus, and then you see the interior of the other one, and then your eye goes to where the one that's about to open up, that you just keep going around in the little triangle there.
I would get rid of this little spot right down here.
Yeah.
Clean up that edge right there.
What's the S setup on that? Cause it's sort of perfect in terms of getting the flowers perfect, but the background's blurred.
I have a macro lens.
Okay.
I'm shooting all that, the macro lens, I
Yeah.
think it's 2.8. I don't know for sure.
Oh, really?
I mean, it was really, I was surprised it turned out
Nice.
sharp.
Yeah.
And I'm a big vignette person. I always like you said, the little white parts on the edge. I always like to get the edges a little bit darker so the image pops. So if you darken the edge just a little bit, the center really stands out.
Very nice.
Very
I like that vertical crop that you have on that too. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't usually see
Yeah, not like-
cameras
right.
very much. It's
Right.
an experiment with those.
This one's called Great Spot. This one's mine. This is the whole view, and of course, knowing me, I've got one where I just cut it off right here. But I just wanted to get people's feeling whether, you know, this whole view is too much, and it's better just to do the crop and as well as get rid of some of maybe these little pieces here.
Like a square.
I think what you did is probably the right thing, because my eye keeps going to that flower on the top,
Right.
and that flower is brighter than the bird.
Yeah.
So,
Uh-huh.
yeah, your crop's probably better.
The one you described, the one
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
came in
yeah,
on that
yeah.
part right there, and the bird really is the main, a big main focus in it then. It looks nice though, I like that.
I just happened to hear it singing and get a saw over
Yeah,
there.
to get a bird in that kind of environment,
Yeah.
that's great.
Where was that?
That's at the poppy
Is that
field.
over in Morrison?
Yeah.
They're gone now. There wasn't much there this year.
Yeah, the email out that showed the location of the.
Yeah, maybe you did.
This one's called HDR versus light painting 1. This is Dave Purcell's.
So I did the workshop with the light painting, and just for grins. I had been doing most of my car stuff with just HDRs. This is a 3-image HDR merge. And I did it for a number of the cars, and then, so there'll be 2 cars in here. First one is HDR and the second one is light painting, and I'm not really great at light painting. I was trying to, you know, piece them together. I think the biggest thing I did here was a lot of digital gardening on the street, and making sure the stripes weren't there and everything else.
Looks nice and clean.
You know, I mean, I guess the question is, when you have certain angles like this, the bulbous front of the car, you know, do you like that much blank space in front of it, or should you cut it up? But like I said, this was mostly I was throwing this out as a comparison of, and you can go through all 4. This one and
There's
And,
this is what the light painting one.
yeah, and then the next car is HDR and then light painting of it.
Okay.
So it's interesting. Chuck did a lot of good work, you know. I think they both have their advantages.
But it's like hard, there's no lines on the ground.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that looks nice.
With the I was gonna say, or ask, with the HDR, did you do like the traditional multiple?
Yeah, it was
multiple
two
and
step
then
up.
HDR in like Lightroom or Photoshop or something?
Yeah, in Lightroom, I just combined them
Right, okay.
in
There's
Lightroom.
2 stops difference.
Yeah, 2-step difference. And
I
you can-
like the HDR, Dave. I'm enjoying that, and the light painting ones. I like both of them.
Yeah, it's different. And for the light painting ones, I had one of those light sticks.
Yeah.
So I did a long exposure. It wasn't just flash, flash, flash. This was a little bit longer, 10-second exposure, and set off the camera, then walk down the side, across the hood, on the top, and then from the back. What I was unsuccessful in doing is on ones from the back, I like where you've actually cast a shadow up the front. This one has a little bit of a shadow underneath the front diffuser, but you know, having a light in the back casting forward gives you more of a logical light feel, I think, you know, instead of it's just there without any, you know, space and time or whatever. So, but if you go to the ones before, I mean, it's the shadows that are there are the shadows that are there. So this one didn't have much shadow, so it's just because of the lighting in the area. And this one is just very difficult to do. Anyways, I just thought it was interesting to bring up a contrast and different types of.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. Keep it,
Yeah.
keep walking on nice, very nice job. And I got so intrigued by that light painting, I wanna do some more.
Yeah, no, that was fun.
This one's called Holding Hands. It's Carino's.
Yeah, these are just some plants from the botanical gardens.
Macro lens?
Macro, huh?
Yeah, nice. I like the point of focus there. Yeah, those macro lenses really do get that blur off on the background fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then what I do with these ones, like we were talking before on the other ones, I just use a mask on the subject and I do my adjustments, because I look at the pictures,
Yeah.
two different pictures, a background and a foreground. So I do the foreground first, the subject.
Right.
I fix the lighting, whatever I need to do with that. And then I invert the mask and then I darken the background.
Got it.
Mhm.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's.
And then I'll put a vignette on it too, to make it the background darker and the subject brighter.
Marino,
Yes.
I love it, except for my eye in the center, just above where I see a teeny tiny little dark hair. I don't know if you can remove that or not.
Oh, right there.
Here,
Yes.
right there. Yeah, there's a hair.
Yes.
Good eyes.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Some on your ones.
It helps that I have my reading glasses on and I'm in front of the computer.
Let me get the eraser.
But it's beautiful. It's quite striking.
Thank you.
Ibis babies. This is Rogers.
Said, Port Royal, this is, some of the babies, and the one coming up with mom and the babies too, dealing with it.
Don't need that stick on, right?
Mm-hmm. This one.
Yeah. Probably not as much
And
nest if you didn't, you know.
And maybe
what about the one right in front
This
of the
one?
bird too?
this one here.
No, yeah, that one.
You get a step to the left.
Yeah, right,
Yeah,
well,
right.
that would,
You could
Yeah.
try taking the highlights down. It might help a lot, even just in the nest area with the highlights and even off of the leaves to the left.
Mhm.
And then right in here.
Yes.
I love the tiny, I guess those are feathers.
Mhm.
Great texture.
Yeah.
And their eyes, that like
Wrinkle
one's
in the
eye is
face.
just fantastic.
They are very attractive.
It's not all babies are cute. Still what you're saying? Not all babies.
That's a good title.
In memoriam, Bruce Norman.
Yeah, I just stuck this in there. We went to Logan Cemetery on Memorial Day and took a bunch of shots. And I kind of like that one. I took one in order to keep it symmetric. There was one more gravestone on the right that I took out.
Mhm.
Okay.
The patterns are really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like.
It's really nice.
Okay.
And the only thing I would look at is maybe lowering a little bit just to get more of those headstones in the background.
Changing the angle then.
Yeah.
Perception, the perspective.
It's really hard to do stuff like that too, because the lower you get, then everything in the background just blurs to just a chunk of white, you know, I mean, it's almost like there isn't a good height, you know, almost, you know.
Yeah,
You sacrifice
a bunch
one.
of different angles and stuff.
Sacrifice one for the other.
Nice lines.
This one's called Joe, Michael.
Yeah, so I was at a backyard. There were like a few bands that they had playing at somebody's backyard. And so this is a friend. He plays the saxophone. He used to be in the band REO Speedwagon.
No way.
Yeah. But he plays the saxophone, so he was like here with these guys and that. So I took this photo and then just converted it to black and white.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Maybe
Wish that guy wasn't
this
there.
area, darken it down a little bit.
Yeah.
There it is.
Just above them on those like three lighter spots where they.
They had some lights that were
I
up
was gonna
above there.
say,
I could probably burn some of that stuff down, sort of.
So Michael, what if you did a square crop just below his arm,
Okay.
cutting off the other guy,
Yeah. Okay.
and straight over and then straight down from there.
Come down from there and,
Cause then, to me, that's the picture.
gotcha. Yeah, no, I agree. That's,
Very nice.
Yeah.
Tells a story.
Mhm.
This is called Kodiak, Linda Markham.
Yeah, this is when I went to Kodiak Island and we had a tour guide who just got us extremely, probably, I would say 50 yards from this bear. She was amazing and she did it several times a day, so they were all used to her. And we got so close. There were cubs everywhere. But I like this because of the reflection, and she was obviously fishing for something.
One thing would be this little rock up here in the center. Just to remove it, because, and then maybe this over here, because it's just two little points that I kind of go to.
Wait, show me one more time.
Okay, so
Right here,
this one.
Oh, right there. Yeah.
right here.
Yeah.
And then you've got kind of a white spot. Your eye just kind of goes to this white spot right there.
Yeah.
Just kind of tone that down.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
The nice job on the fur, very nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
And with one paw kind of up like that, sort of shows a little bit of motion like that. And there's also separation between, a little bit of separation between that and the lower part of the jaw, which is nice. They don't intersect.
Yeah. Well, that was just a stroke of luck, but it was just a bluebird day, and it was just a beautiful scene. There were mountains in the background, but I thought she was gorgeous.
Very nice.
Yeah, right.
This is a good example where you don't need the whole reflection. I think the amount of reflection you have there is just right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
And see, this is another one too, where a vignette would work nice too.
Yes. After you have been talking about that, Karina, I was thinking, I should have done that. It would have been so much better because it is kind of bright all around the edges.
It's good.
Thanks.
Okay, very nice. This one's called Landing Ibis Roger.
Same place, same kind of thing.
Beautiful bird.
Both the backlight on the wings.
Yeah.
Really nice.
That's a good detail.
You almost can clone out that second bird on the right.
Well, that was one of the questions that I had about whether to do that or not.
Yeah.
But, well, that's how it was, but it is a little distracting and, all right, so I'll leave it in for comment.
So that one branch coming out of left wing, or right wing, I guess.
No, the big one.
Yeah, the big-
Moving
The big one is right above.
Oh, you're talking the one above the.
yeah.
Here.
No,
This
no,
one.
no.
No.
Oh, the one.
Well, that one too.
There's that one,
Yeah,
too.
this
That one, for sure.
This one take out,
Yeah,
and then this one.
yeah.
Just 'cause they have kind of that bright edge on them.
Really
Just,
nice.
just don't tell any real bird people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just like, you can't do anything to it.
And a lot of times I like to, like I said, do a mask of the bird, invert it, and then bring the background down a little bit. You can bring the highlights down. You can just tone it down a little bit so it separates him from the background. Then also too, when you have him in the mask, you can use the shadows to kind of bring up the shadows under his wings right there.
Turn up the shadows where now?
Under his wings and under his belly. If you
Right
just
here.
Oh, all right, yeah,
put a
yeah.
mask on
All
it.
right.
It looks like there's enough shadow there.
I was gonna say, I
It's
kind of like
okay.
the way they-
This one's called Missing You. This one's mine.
Do you know the person?
Yeah, you know.
No, I was just at Logan, you know, and I almost submitted this for our street photography, but I chose the pipe player, but I had this one and I just wanted to show it tonight and see what you thought of it.
It's very powerful, Jane.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, very.
a lot of impact for sure.
Thank you. And it does have a vignette. I know you can't see it, but it does have a vignette.
Perfect vignette is rated 11. Minus 11, because I can't really see that it's there, but it's
Right.
there.
You're supposed to barely see it.
Yeah, that's the magic number on Lightroom.
And this is called More to Come. It isn't mine.
What kind of lens was this?
Let's see, I used my 70 to 200 at quite a distance.
Yeah,
to-
yeah. So it gives you almost kind of like that macro look where it gives,
Yeah.
where it really pushes the, like at f2.8 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I blurred it a little bit more, and maybe it's too much, I don't know. Just, I was interested in your thoughts on it.
Those grasses on the bottom that were blurred out.
It's just, I just soft toned that down there because it looks so awkward. You know, like there was just something in front, so I just kind of put something softly in front of it, so,
Just as an iteration, just for grins. You
yeah.
might just take a circle that and generative fill it and see if it would fill in the bottom,
Oh, yeah,
because it's kind
Kind of distracting.
yeah, that's my eye keeps going there.
oh, okay.
I mean, it's not bright or anything, it's just unusual for a flower that you didn't have blurred on all sides.
Oh. Okay,
I'm wondering about the bottom. I like it, other than I'm wondering what you did to the bottom.
I just took, I actually took, the clone tool in just very low flow, low opacity. And just took it from like an area up here and then just softly just put it here, just like there were grasses in front or something, just to soften it because it was just looking awkward at the time, so that's what I did with it. I don't, right or wrong, that's what I did. Okay, this is called Nikon event number 2, Michael.
Creative title, right? So I was at a Nikon event, up in Boulder, the other night. And, so what it was, when I say Nikon event, it was, sponsored by Nikon. They had Nikon ambassador. This is actually her property, Deanne Bowl is her name, and portrait photographer up there. And, so she had a couple models there and this was one of them. And so this was, as we were shooting this was after the sun had set, but the sky really, I didn't do a whole lot with that. That's not a sky replacement or anything like that. The sky really turned pretty amazing that night. And, this was not, they were doing some of them with an off-camera flash on her, but this one right here was just natural light that was catching her. There's these, like lavender field that she has on her property. And, so anyways, this is one of the photos that I took, that night. With that.
I'm not sure you need that last layer on the top, that
Mhm.
layer closes.
Okay,
If,
too much sky.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I see why you did it just because of, it's gorgeous sky, right?
Yeah.
But that last row, although interesting,
Probably
you
not.
look at the sky
Yeah.
instead of the model.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, yeah,
I think it's quite lovely, Michael.
thanks.
Yeah, I really like this, but I wonder if you almost wanna like bring up the shadows behind her. It looks like you said it was natural light, but she looks too bright for the rest of the scene to me. Like she's,
Mhm.
like it's, I don't know, it doesn't look natural to me.
Okay. And I may have select subject and brought her up a little bit on the exposure. I didn't go crazy with that.
Yeah, I probably would have too. Right.
Did you look at it without the sky out of curiosity?
I didn't. You mean crop the sky all the way down?
Mhm.
Have not done that one.
Cause then you really focus on her.
Yeah,
'Cause your eye kind of goes right, your eye goes to the white, yes, but also that bright yellow, it just kind of goes to it. And I know it's beautiful, I just was curious, yeah.
Sure.
This one's called Nikon Event 3, Michael.
Same Nikon event. So, they also had, the owner of the property also has horses and so forth. So they had her come out there and, ride the horse around different spots. But this was just kind of like right there where the sun had not quite set yet. So you get kind of like that blast of, kind of that the sky really was lighting up. And, so yeah, this was just one of the ones that I took that same evening. The
That
backlight.
amazing rim light on that horse.
Yeah.
This is why you shoot backlit. That's gorgeous, Michael.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
Our hair matches the tail.
Yeah. Did they have a light on her then, a soft light?
They had a soft light that was on there. The softbox was about 10 feet off, so it was throwing some light towards her and the horse. Yeah.
Uh-huh. This one's called Ocean's Embrace, Jeff.
Yeah, this is down in Florida, on the East Coast, Florida, visit my parents and went out to the coast one morning and saw a couple different photos. I had to mask in some of those receding water streaks there, and one for the rocks and one for the sky. But
Pretty sure we were standing in the exact same spot.
yeah, this is Hutchinson.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, those rocks are so sharp. too.
Mhm.
Yeah, 11, yeah. The sky is gorgeous too.
Beautiful morning.
And the shutter speed, what was your shutter speed, was that?
For the street, I mean, it was probably half a second or so,
Okay.
maybe a little longer.
We gave just a little bit of that motion in the, as the waves that are hitting on the shoreline. Really nice.
Did you do two shots, so one with the sky hitting the clouds to go?
So this is actually 3 shots, one for the sky, one for the rocks and most of the water, and then a third one where I painted in some of the streaks
Okay,
of the water receding there.
okay.
Good composition there.
That's such an awesome spot.
Whereabouts is it?
It is on the East Coast, about an hour or so north of West Palm Beach.
Okay.
They have a bunch of these. Every time I go, I've been there several times. Just the erosion is crazy, but can't stay in there when it's high tide. So luckily it was mid tide or so. It was pretty good timing for that morning.
That's a wide angle.
Yeah, I don't remember. It was probably 16 or so.
Outstanding in the field. This is Amy's.
I don't know the term.
The vignette?
Vignette, yeah, there we go. I did vignette this,
Okay.
a little bit, as you can see on the images.
It's nice, like the way the background's blurred.
Nice, good.
Yeah, your eye goes right to that main flower right there in the center, and really, again, macro lens probably,
Yeah.
is that same, yeah. Nice.
Would you take the flower at the bottom out or not? Would you leave it? Or would you blur it?
Can you get more of that flower in, or was that?
No, that was it.
That's it,
I'd blur it.
blur it a little bit, or make the center flower a little lighter, that one, maybe darken that one down,
That could be.
so it becomes less.
When you said you did a vignette, did you do a bright vignette or a dark vignette? And the reason I'm asking is because the lower left corner looks bright.
I think it was bright, but I don't remember.
So if instead of on that with the vignette, if you go to the left.
So I would do the darker vignette.
Do it darker when it's so light.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one is Peek-a-Bear, Carolyn.
This we took in North Carolina. And that was about the only bear photo we got.
There's bears in North Carolina.
A lot of.
Lot of them.
Oh, check that off the list of places I'm not moving to. Like in the mountains or like around town?
In the Outer Banks.
Oh, okay.
No, they were close to town,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they're everywhere.
and they don't hibernate out there because it's not cold enough.
I love the level you're at.
Yeah, the eye level is great.
The way he stands out in the green like that. That's
Yeah.
How far away were you?
I don't know,
It was a pretty good distance.
maybe 100 yards.
100 yards? That's a football field.
He was out there,
Really?
This is wrong.
This must have been with the Power Olympus.
1,000
was.
millimeters, yeah.
Oh, geez.
Oh, wow.
And I was sitting on the ground.
So would you clean up the ear on the left side or?
That was his ear, yeah.
Here.
It didn't
Yeah, I
shoot
mean,
on.
but do you perfect it or do you keep it?
It tells a story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Battle wounds.
Does not look happy.
Is he looking at you, you think?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
There you go.
30 yards away.
Looking at us, yeah.
Can he see 100 yards away?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
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 They can smell.
Yeah, so
5
they-
miles.
yeah.
They can smell.
5 miles?
5 miles they can smell.
Can you imagine if you could smell for 5 miles?
No,
You'd be overstimulated. Holy cow.
And the reason you see this is because of the humidity and heat.
Yeah.
at the time of day that.
Smell it first.
Mhm. It was
Yeah,
brutal.
great picture.
Okay, this one's called Porsche's Carino.
Yeah, there's a little light on the screen,
Yeah, the screen is
Yeah.
brighter.
but that was my attempt at, light painting.
You got the seats really well done, like inside is.
Yeah.
Very good, cause that's hard to do, you gotta lift it. Well, at least it looked like you did.
Nice one, Karina.
You know, like you got some of the sky in there too.
Right.
Blue hour. His favorite.
And that's what I'm talking about, like the shadow on the front, you have, it's more logical. Like so many of the light painting things are just, it's just a car cut out. So many people just
Yeah.
cut out the car and then it's light and dark and that never looks as good as if you can throw a shadow in there. So this is very well done.
That's what I read after the class. It said you should have some foreground and some stuff around it. Don't make it look like you said, like somebody just put a sticker of a car on a black background. You know, they said add some elements to it, like foreground and background. And take the lines out of the parking lot.
Right.
Nine.
This one's called Proud Mama. Roger?
Here's the mama of the other two. I have another one with her looking down and was debating which one to do. I sort of like this one with her looking up, but with the expression, but
There's one bright stick right over her head and the one on the right that I would tone down, but. Other than that, it's really
This?
done well.
And then right here.
Mhm.
This is kind of bright right here.
oh yeah. All right.
But I like the length that, you know, if you're having a vertical panel, it's nice with her head up and extended, it's,
Does she naturally have a blue tone to her?
Slight, yes.
Okay. Cause I'm seeing the blue tone in there, that's why I was curious.
I'm seeing the blue tone in that I see it much more than I do on my screen. And it's much brighter here.
Yeah, it's brighter.
yes.
What it is on mine.
But real nice detail. You see how the little birds, all their feathers. Or their fur.
Was it after the rain?
Are they what?
After the rain? Because it brings up.
It had rained the day before, because I was there the day before, but it wasn't that day, no.
This one's called Ready to Fly. Shashi?
Yes, it's taken in the Orlando wetland. And they were just learning to fly, and that was in the right time. I love the way it just landed, you know, and opened the wings. And it's a raw as it is, you know, there's no changes in it. The sky was open.
You did good not to get all that crappy background in that they have out there.
Yeah,
Yeah, right here, it's nice and clean, all the way from
yeah.
the feet all the way up is nice and clean on that background, really nice.
Yeah.
It looks really good, charm, and I love the colors on
The color's beautiful.
Thank you. Would you leave the grass or take off the side, the leaves of the palm tree?
I think it's okay in there. I mean, it's part of it's
Part of the
it's
nature.
because it's further back. It's not super in focus in that. To me, it's okay, but maybe others feel otherwise.
And then what you could do too is, because the background is so light and he's a light bird on his chest there, his back. Do a mask of him inverted and then bring the temperature, make it either the sky bluer or yellow. Whatever, you know, kind of bring some color to it so it's not as white.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be much, just a little tint so it separates him from the back.
Thank you.
And I was thinking I would keep the grass on the right, but there's a little grass or something to the left of the stump that is touching my eye that I take out, yeah.
Right there and right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since I go right to the body, and I think if there was any way to lighten maybe the face and the beak, to get the eye maybe a little brighter.
See, that's what I like about those masks. When you put a mask on a bird like this, you can use detail, bring out the detail in the feathers. You can lighten them up, darken them up. The shadows underneath them, you could bring up those shadows. There's a lot of things you can do with a mask on the bird.
Okay. It's just the raw, I didn't do nothing with this yet.
What you have to watch out for is if you took Jane's suggestion and lightened his face, then it might wash out. So what you would then do is add texture or clarity to bring up the contrast so that it didn't just wipe out the detail with the lightning.
Okay.
So it's kind of a multi-step process.
For sure.
Thank you. Maybe Jane can help me.
Okay, this one's called Sacred Steps. Patrick?
This one was taken in Japan. I was out exploring temples and shrines one day, and just wanted to try to get a different perspective. And because the dog is a Yorkie and isn't very tall, so just tried a different angle with the shrine in the back behind the two main players. And so just interested in what people think can be done to make it better.
Perspective is great.
Yeah, I like that low, right, the lines that right there at the very bottom, they kind of lead right to subjects. Maybe crop a little bit at the top out just because there's kind of bright spots where the sky is kind of right there. If you maybe came down on that, just because the eyes kind of goes to the bright spots when they're right on the edge of the screen. So maybe just crop that inch or so, something like that off of the top to take some of that out, maybe.
Yeah, I'm trying to determine where the crop should be because, what's your subject, her and the dog, right? And it's interesting that you got that whatever rock on the left, but I mean, in terms of the subject, it's really not important, but it goes more towards the place. So I'm trying to decide in my mind whether you keep it or not, because it's certainly an interesting subject, but if you went over to the tree somewhere, then you're more highlighting the subject. And like Michael said, then you bring it down from the top. So, and then on the right, you bring it over to the little statuette thing, I mean, there's again, what's the crop? I guess that's the question.
Because she's walking that way, she's looking towards that direction there.
Right.
You don't want to cut off too much over on that side, yeah.
You can't tell what she's looking at anyway, though.
Yeah. No.
Tone of range is great. You got true blacks, true whites. I mean, it's really fantastic as far as the actual pop for the photo, especially on her and that tree, that little black thing. So I don't know. I just do 1,000 different crops and see which one.
But anyway, this one's called Singing in the Shower. It's Carolyn's.
That's beautiful.
This is kind of, I don't know why I submitted this, so. That's
great.
Yeah.
It's quite, I don't know.
Were you 100 yards away from this one?
No, I was,
300.
We were pretty close.
10 feet,
Because we're all gonna go get Olympus cameras if you go.
probably 10 feet, maybe 15.
That's great detail.
Yeah.
That's what we didn't want to drop it like.
Good choice.
I was just gonna say that the shutter speed is what makes that work.
Yeah, that's right.
8,000, right?
Yeah.
Well done.
I might try and darken the sand or whatever a little bit behind it.
I was trying to figure out where to crop it down. I don't think I need all of it.
But you got those little drops everywhere, so it's hard not to.
Yeah, no,
That's part of it.
I think you're fine with the crop.
Yeah. Very nice.
This one's called Cypress at Sunrise, Jeff.
Yeah, this is Mount Cypress, which is northwest of Aspen. Oh yeah, it was last fall with the red barn there. Need to go back when there's something going on in the sky, but yeah, it's just a beautiful scene.
So
It is.
it's an optical illusion that it's tilting to the right,
I think it is tilting to the right.
or that's the way it is.
I think
Is it, so it's an.
it does, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
And
that's
the barn
exactly,
is
yeah.
Great, right,
Right.
but right behind the barn, that line, it seems to go down, so that's why I was curious.
I think that's the slope of the land.
I think it is there, yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
And nice colors.
Yeah, good light, yeah.
And it probably doesn't look as good on this screen right here. It's probably washed out a little bit.
Yeah, color's a lot better on
Mhm.
This one's called Storm River Canyon, 2009. Darren's.
So this is mine, this is Mount Hood and the White River that flows from the glacier melt. Yeah, just an old image, one of the areas I used to frequent quite a bit, used to do a lot of hiking up in there. And there was a time when I went through a cyanotype phase where I turned all my black and whites to this bluish tint. And some of them it worked, some of them it didn't, but it was just kind of a phase I went through, so this is just one of my older images I thought I'd share. I don't need feedback, just.
This is your celebrated blue period.
Yeah, yeah.
His blue phase.
We all go through phases.
It was just cyano phase, well, be specific.
And that river would, in the wintertime, it would get covered with snow and ice, and there would be just like a really thin line of water coming down too. So it changed throughout the year quite dramatically.
It's where now?
The White River coming off Mount Hood.
Oh, Mount Hood, okay, yeah.
It's White River Snow Park, I think is what it's called now. But yeah,
Cool.
just thought I'd share.
This one's called Strawberry Moon, 2026. Michael.
Yeah. So this was just a couple nights ago, right? So I was up actually in Morrison photographing a event over. There's a cave over there that's a private cave, but they had an event, so it was open, and so I had access to photograph inside the cave, and that then afterwards, as I was leaving, I had already looked on photo pills to kind of get an idea where the moon was going to be coming up, so I kind of had an idea of where I wanted to get to, where I could get something there in the, I'll say the foreground. That's a ridge that's kind of a long ways away. That's why I was still able to get it sort of in focus in that back there. But took this just as I was getting ready to leave.
You remember what focal length you were at?
Yeah, like 600 millimeters, and then still cropped it from there. So
Now you just need a kid on a bicycle with an ale.
Very nice. This one's called Stripes, No Stars. It's Carolyn's.
This is a tiger from India.
We rode him.
Right.
That looks very familiar.
It looks a little tired.
Well, this is a cub and he didn't like us. He was hissing at us.
This is a cub?
This is a cub.
Yeah.
Well, how big do they get?
10 feet. They're 10 feet long.
Huge.
We were, what do you think, 10, 15 feet from this cub?
Maybe 50. Not happy with
But
it.
you were in a vehicle, right?
Yeah, with no
Yes.
doors or windows or anything. It's an open Jeep,
No doors or windows?
nothing, no roll cage.
is that right?
Oh my God, I think I'd be hiding behind Carolyn.
Too much,
I don't know, you
Too
guys
much
do
on
some
the
sketchy stuff.
Yeah.
There's a pause on that thing.
Yeah.
and then, and the grass on the bottom left is just toned down.
Nice and clear though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This was called Strutting Gobbler. Ray?
Oh, I took this in Rocky Mountain National Park. When they were all, they were all strutting around. I was having trouble trying to crop it. I don't know if I cropped it right, so.
Crop looks good.
Yeah, I think the crop. Yeah, that's about. That's good. Oh
Yeah,
Oh,
it
I've
was-
seen turkeys up there in Rocky Mountain National Park.
He was performing for me for some reason. Must be the
Lady,
telly.
lady, though.
I think it's the RAE that does it, but. Yeah.
That came out good.
I like it.
Very nice.
Great shot.
The detail is awesome.
Maybe darken the foreground a little bit, even with just like a linear gradient or something.
Right here.
And I left the snow because it had been snowing
Okay.
down there. And in fact, the next day it was snow. It was when they had that big snowfall in April.
This one's called Surprise Encounter. This is Ray's as well.
Yeah, this is shortly after I was photographing that the turkeys. All of a sudden I heard this rustling and the moose appeared. Managed to get a picture of him coming by me. And that's a baby moose.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just too bad he wasn't out in the open, you know?
Yeah.
But I did feel like the leaves actually gave it some effect.
Do you have any more room to the right in front of it?
I might do. I have to have a look. I mean, this was a quick snapshot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm just, if you gave it a little more room since it's moving.
The
from
direction that it's going.
That direction.
I haven't figured out how to train this wildlife. It's,
You don't carry treats?
they don't seem to do what I want.
So did you crop it down to this size, Rod? Ray, did you, or did it?
No, I had my large 600 lens
So this is a crop.
and it was right on top of me.
Right.
This was tough.
Yeah, it is.
You
Yeah.
have a big lens and there they are.
Yeah. In fact, the lens was what I was going to look after myself with. If it came at me, it went the other way.
This one's called Surprise. It's Bruce Ryman's.
With Carolina Bear.
Mm.
We all saw this, we came around a corner and this was probably the best in environment shot that we got. We all kind of got the same picture, but
I didn't.
This isn't the same bear that was laying
No,
there
it's
sitting
a different
down.
one.
No,
So
he
he-
hasn't got the funny.
The ear isn't.
he was probably 50 feet from us, across Little Creek. He looked at us for about 5 seconds and then he was gone.
Yeah.
That's the sort of bear in
Couldn't get
hell
out
I'd
of
like.
fast.
Yeah.
Great shot.
Yeah, I like the way you dropped it.
Yeah.
The environment's.
Mhm.
Yeah, I had more, but I thought the rest of the didn't add to the bear.
You took some debris out too.
I
Yeah.
think there was a branch onto his
Yeah.
left, or yeah, right. Took one branch.
We're driving along and I shout, stop, bear.
We thought she had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, good shot.
The center of attention. This is Bruce Ryman's.
This picture. This was in Florida, January. Selected the center one, left in color and made everything else black and white, but I liked how all the other ibises were watching. They appear to be looking at this one.
I wouldn't have guessed that you just selected the white one. I would just assume that he was in the light and the rest were kind of in the, like maybe there was a cloud or something. But yeah, it's a nice image.
Yeah.
The courtship display. Shashi,
Yeah, this was in Florida, and so many of the peacocks were dancing, but the female comes right, I was waiting to capture this scene if I get, but I was spent a couple of hours to just, and this female just comes in and quick second,
Mm.
and I just love.
Yeah, beautiful color. They do.
Any suggestions?
You know me, I always suggest VN.
Okay, I got it now.
Just that lower left is a little bit, right? So you can probably darken.
Everybody's gonna have black rings around their
Just
face.
that,
I can see it now.
which is that the left lower corner, that right, you could even just, not necessarily with the vignette, they kind of darken, just right in through there a little bit.
the human gyroscope. Bruce Norman.
Oh, that's good.
So, Parker Days was a couple weeks ago and I went down. Or I was thinking about possibly doing my project based on that, and then I decided on something else. And I just kind of thought this was cute, so I took it in.
Good idea right there.
Is that sand?
No, he's in water in a.
Oh, it's water.
In a ball,
Okay.
and that's why it's, yeah, reflecting off the.
It's hard
That's
to,
the
I can't
sand.
see if it's sand or water, but yeah. I like how there's two triangles on either side that are white and then the blue reflection.
Yeah, and it's all because of the,
This one's called the Pulse of Parker. It's Bruce Norman's again.
yeah, it's the same event. I just wanted to try black and white. Not really a fan of everybody going the other direction, but that's what I ended up with, so,
It is what it is.
yeah.
Do you think psychologically the reason that we see a lot of these images, and not yours, but I believe the guy that was talking about the street photography, he mentioned this as well, is that because we don't want to be seen taking the picture, so it's easier for us to stand behind them, take the picture, nobody knows. Whereas if the photographer would have went around the front, everybody's coming towards you, and you're probably less likely to want to hold up your camera in front of everybody, right? Like, do you think that's a psychological thing? Or like, cause you just said you wish that they weren't facing away, but as a photographer, you could have went around or turned around and shot the people walking towards you, right?
Yeah, and I have some shots like that, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's both. In this case, it's not because of that.
Okay.
It's because of
The scene
the
behind
the overall scene was better, and it just happened that. But everybody was kind of leaving, and I was leaving when I took
Okay.
this particular shot.
Cause I know I don't like it when people see me taking pictures of them,
Yeah.
so I would have probably taken the same shot.
Comfort or discomfort,
Right.
level, whichever you want to call it,
Yeah.
right?
I just,
Well, but it's things like these parades and celebrations. It's easier because there's more people and they're less likely to care as opposed to you're just on a street taking photos.
sure.
One or two people, then it's a lot more uncomfortable, I think.
This one's called Tricolored Heron on the Wings, Shashi.
Yeah, this was also in the Orlando wetland. And I was quite low, and this guy just start opening his wings and beautiful.
That's a great shot.
Yeah,
I like the definition of the wings, you can see all the feathers.
yeah, it's nice.
And I was very low, you know,
Yeah,
able to get them under the wings.
That's lovely, Shashi.
I would remove this spot right here.
Okay.
And then on the face, I would probably try to get a little more contrast so you can get some of that detail, either using texture or clarity.
Oh, okay.
Maybe darken the water a little.
They're right in here especially.
Yeah, like I said, I always like the subject to stand out, so you put a mask on the bird, invert it, and then just slowly bring the background down just a little bit. So it separates him from the background.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful bird.
I've been at the lemonade stand, Bruce Norman.
Was he? That's the
Yeah,
question.
another one at the Parker Dave's thing, and this guy he was selling lemonade, and he looked like a psychedelic lemon to me.
What's behind this? Like, what's covering his ear?
It was like one of those,
So he's got a little hat thing on.
it keeps you cool.
It's a do-rag.
Yeah, to keep.
Oh.
You get them wet, they keep
Yeah.
you cool.
Oh, okay.
So they sell lemonades and t-shirts, huh?
Take that orange bucket and make it yellow, so it's all yellow,
Yeah.
yellow.
Yeah, yellow, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
What we call it, throw up yellow.
That's funny.
You could change the title When Life Gives You Lemons.
That's
This one's called Tulip Tunnel. It's Darren's. I don't have a year on this, so.
Yeah, okay, so this is at least 2010 or 11 probably. It's at the Woodburn Tulip Festival in Woodburn, Oregon. And it was a bright sunny day, and I don't know. I just thought it would be fun. There was an opening at the end of the row, and I thought, well, I'll just stick my camera down there and shoot down there, and so just a different perspective.
Nice idea.
That's it.
I like
A
it.
rabbit's point of view.
Trying to get them back, but,
Yeah,
I like it, yeah.
oh, that's it.
Cool.
Nice. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
This one's called Turf War, Carino.
Yeah, it's at Botanical Gardens. Couple of bees fighting over their pollen.
Yeah, that's been, yeah.
Have you thought about putting a vignette on that?
I did. It's on there. There's a vignette on everything.
Yeah.
being at each individual bee.
Yeah, I did. As a matter of fact, I did put a mask on each individual bee. And bring up the contrast on them in the color.
Is that water? What's the little
Water,
drop things?
it was raining that day. spring.
Oh. That's great.
Adds to the textures.
Yeah.
It does, yeah.
And you can see there is a vignette on it.
Yes, I can see it.
Oh, we can see it. Don't worry about it. You know when I said 11, I didn't mean like 111.
Very nice.
Yeah, get down to the Botanical Gardens. There's so much neat stuff down there.
Did you have your tripod in there?
No, I don't use a tripod.
I was gonna say, they don't usually let you have a tripod.
Yes, they do.
They do?
Yes, you can take a tripod.
Oh,
We ran into a guy with a chair, a tripod, a suitcase.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my goodness. Flashes.
oh my goodness.
He was scared up.
Because at one point I know they didn't let him in. Anyway, okay, waiting for lunch. This is Carolyn's.
I have another one of this, and I should have submitted it with the reflection, so I don't know whether the reflection would be better than this, or, and first of all, I don't even know what to do with this one, so.
Snow is so hard.
Is this at the golf course?
But it's a great exposure. Let's
Yeah.
not gloss over the fact that the detail is in the snow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's detail in the feathers, there's detail in the beak.
yeah.
Normally, the snow is gonna blow out if you're trying to get details in the
Right.
bird. So whatever you did, the exposure is great.
So I don't know, I kind of like this one because it had, the snow gave it a better effect, but I still have some with a reflection of him in the pond.
In the water.
Is there like a pond right below him?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, is it the golf course?
Yeah, it's at the golf.
Was that on the way, that was,
Right
Over here?
was that on the way to,
Yeah, down a ways.
was that night on the way to one of these meetings?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because I saw you down there and I was like, oh, somebody's getting this great picture of a heron over there by the. And I was driving, so I couldn't see, I think you were kind of squatted down, so I didn't pick up that it was you. Bruce, oh yeah, that's Carolyn.
Oh, because I saw it that night.
Yeah.
So,
And I thought, oh, I wish I could get a picture of it.
Yeah, great shot.
Yeah, how often do you see him in the snow?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's unique from that standpoint. I think it's great.
Looking for the golf ball.
Yeah, looking for golf.
This one's called Waiting. And this is Ray's.
Oh, it's a Union Station. I was trying to do another street photography, black and white. And I don't know whether it came out very well. You're trying to bring the guy up, getting the lines to, so you look down there and you see the train at the end. They're waiting for the train. He's on his phone. What's that?
I kind of like how busy it is.
Yeah, I like all the lines.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
You've got a little halo around this guy.
Yeah, it's probably where I was trying to do some masking and it didn't work properly.
Good black and white, so.
Yeah.
Total contrast. Keeps your eye busy in there. Okay,
Oh,
walking through the clouds. This is Jeff's.
Yeah, this is up in Yellowstone. And I was just walking on the boardwalks and saw this scene across the way and that giant that's coming off, it was fairly early in the morning and it was a lot of steam coming off whatever pool that was. And I just sat there for a few minutes as people walked across and something I usually don't take, but
I like how you got all three people in between the railings.
Yeah.
It's very well done.
And I bet you didn't even know you did that.
Probably not, no. We're allowed.
No, you should take full credit. Whether you did it on purpose or not.
A question on cropping on that, like, so, I mean, yes, it does do depth, but what is your feelings on, like, that's obviously not rule of thirds. What is is it, he meant to do that the way he cropped it, but what's the opinion on that?
What's the general consensus?
Yeah,
If it was mine, I'd crop it way down and just get the thing, but you know, it's all what you like.
If it was mine, I would crop it so that the people, the person on the left is in the bottom left corner. And then probably maybe 2/3 of the way down or something. I'd have to play with those clouds and see what worked best, but I would put the people in the corner so that they're moving they have more room to go where they're facing. But this shows a great sense of scale and
Yeah, I mean, that's.
Yeah, kind of that negative space thing. It
Giant
joins them.
plumes.
See, I don't know if you want to get rid of, I don't know, I like being able to know that these are trees, you can see,
Isn't that?
That's breaking the.
Yeah,
that's trees.
but those are trees back here that
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was.
it gives you the depth,
maybe that's it.
That's my eyes.
I was gonna say, what does that look like? from the camera?
I couldn't say it was a tree, I thought it was sky.
Yeah, but it's just the scene.
Okay, this one is, what do you want, Kathy Ellen Shin?
This is another one that was in the cloud forest, and it's a toucan barbet. And I liked the expression on it. I've played with it a little bit. I've masked the bird and tried to tone down the background, but I'm not crazy about the white stripe in the background, but I haven't done anything to that yet.
It's one of those things where generative fill, circle it and make it green, or it'll probably fill in green.
Okay.
Oops, sorry.
Thanks.
I
Thank
would
you.
get rid of this leaf right here. In that little spot right there, that.
That didn't even bother me before now, Jane.
Beautiful bird.
Yeah, the colors.
And you got a lot of detail in the feathers.
Yeah.
The birds are just spectacular there. I mean, unbelievable. And I said, oh, I want to see different ones. And he goes, well, you need to be here for a week. I'm like, well, okay. I don't have that much time. We're going other places.
Limitations, yeah.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thank
Nice
you.
background.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Where the River Meets the Sea, 2008.
This must be.
There.
So yeah, this is mine, and
Interesting.
so the only way to get to this waterfall is it has to be low tide, and you have to go around a point, or you can climb up over the hill, and that's what we did on this particular night. Was we climbed up over the hill, down to the creek, and then when the water was low enough, we were able to get down onto the beach itself, but if you know this area, you know that you probably shouldn't be here when the water's this high. Because there's only probably maybe a 2.5 foot gap between where the water is and where the end of the beach is. So it was kind of sketchy, but this was just a long exposure I did. I mean, you can see the composition's horrible, but it's just some of my early work that I was doing.
Where is this?
It's Hug Point.
Yeah, I thought maybe you were using a polarizer to see through the water, but it's the long exposure.
It's a long
Right.
exposure, yeah. Right. When I shot the image initially, there probably was no water there,
Yeah.
but then during the exposure, the water came up.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's a cool effect. though.
Yeah.
It is.
But yeah, you don't want to be where I am when the water's that high, because one freak wave could have killed us. I mean,
When you were younger and foolish, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, Jane, I got a lot of stories when you have time, trust me, and I have friends that were with me to back me up, so they've seen it all. But yeah, I wouldn't do this now, but this was,
Goes to show what you could do with just a little scene like that.
yeah,
This one's called Which Entrance? This is Tony's.
that's the Aurora Schoolhouse out south of Hugo. Yeah, it's a really cool place.
Yeah, all that texture in that.
Yeah, it's still there. They're not taking care of it. Nobody's doing anything with it. There used to be a deer head stuck in one of the windows on the left side. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I pulled up there with my daughter one night. I'm like, I said, Lexi, you want to see something really weird? She's like, yeah, what? I said, there's a deer head sticking out of the window. And we, for the longest time, couldn't figure if it was stuck there or if it was alive or dead, you know? And then we realized that somebody had put a bunch of stuff in there, like storage.
Yeah.
And they stuck that deer head in there. Man, that was freaky.
Just to freak you out.
Yeah. But, and then somebody bought the town that's just down the road from it, where the original town was, and so now they have all these no trespassing signs and everything, so,
Oh, really?
Great.
yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, this is a really cool place. The weathered wood is
Yeah,
just
oh,
a
yeah.
beautiful brown color. I highly recommend people go check this out because it's really a neat place.
Where is it again?
It's called Aroya, Arroya, and it's like southeast of Hugo. It's about a 2.5 hour drive from here.
Do you know the best time of day to shoot it? Cause clearly this is like
You're facing,
high noon and it's just.
right,
you
so
know,
this image, you're looking northeast. So if that tells you anything, from here, you're looking northeast. And they do have no trespassing signs that are kind of stuck on the fence, but it doesn't seem to stop anybody, and nobody's ever been told not to go on the property, so do what you wish. I don't even think anybody maintains it anymore.
Have you done Milky Way stuff out at that?
Well, to do the Milky Way, you gotta go behind it,
Oh,
or, you know, to the side of it, but
Yeah.
Chuck and I did star trails out there one night,
okay,
yeah.
there you go. All right.
And you can, if you go to the far right down the road a little ways, you can shoot back and you can get the northern part of the Milky Way
Okay.
behind it. So, yeah, the skies are super dark out there. So if you wanted to do night stuff, yeah, for sure.
How did you spell that?
It's Aroya, I believe.
This one's called Yokohama Cityscape Patrick's.
Yeah, so this was taken in Japan, and this is first time going out with everybody. He was kind of showing how to do a little bit of the night photography and the cities. And I just like the colors of this, and it's kind of a unique place, and not often you see a ship just there in the middle of town. Yeah. And I don't know, just like the colors, beautiful.
Yeah, colors are awesome.
Yeah, the colors are incredible.
So is this a long exposure, I'm guessing,
Yes.
right? Like
Yes.
5-10 seconds, maybe more?
No, it wasn't that long because the Ferris wheel on the right and.
Yeah, because it's nice and sharp, yeah.
Right, but Ferris wheels don't always move. Oh, sure. Right, they have to stop to let people on, so
True.
that's why I was
Oh,
asking.
gotcha.
My question is I know from personal experience that when I've tried stuff like this, the boats always seem to move. Cause the water is never like perfectly still, and it doesn't matter, I've always had like blur in the boat of some magnitude. So that's why I was curious, cause this looks really nice.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's, yeah.
Yeah, that ship has not moved in ages.
But I mean, the water would,
Still
Water-
causes-
If the water even just moves a little bit,
Yeah.
you had a really long exposure.
right,
With
that looks clear to me.
and real sharp,
really
even,
nice.
yeah, building on the left sharp. Both sharp, the Ferris wheel is sharp.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That's
Great
our
image.
presentation.
Great.
Those of you at home, we will get the recording up and see you after the 4th.